Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a new YouTube cast. Today we're going to be having a look at a game recently played in the Oli Molly between patience and innovation. It's a replay that I got out of the replay pack that Oli Molly releases on her Patreon. If you do want that, you can check that out. So thanks to her for that. Let's head into it though. So in the top right, of course, innovation. Everyone should be aware of him. One of the most winningest players in the whole entire world, in the entirety of esports, perhaps even. He's won quite a bit of cash, won quite a bit of big tournaments. Don't forget, StarCraft 2 is the hardest game in the world, and this is the greatest esports show in the world. So he's definitely someone to be, to be remembered for his contribution to the StarCraft scene. On the other hand, we have Patience, who at least should be known through the vocabulary he brought us. Basically, the patience blinks are blinks that are forward into the opponent's army, which seem to serve no purpose whatsoever except losing units. So, also definitely a positive contribution to the scene, but in a different way than innovation. It's not to say that Patience is not a good player. He's a very good player, but he sometimes has some. I'm not even sure if questionable is the. There's really no question whether it's correct or bad. Usually it's just kind of bad. He has some weird plays. For a player his caliber, to be doing the things he does is odd, to say the least. Now we see something that we haven't seen in a while, which is a Nexus before core. I used to be a big big fan of this, honestly, for a very long time. Seeing someone play it again makes me happy. Now the one thing that Nexus before core does give you over something like a core before Nexus, of course, that faster second gas, extra pro production, and a faster Nexus on the natural. So it's gonna grant you about a probe and a half more. It's gonna grant you faster attack. Now problems that there are with this build is that scouting becomes a little bit harder majority of the time. Dealing with Reapers can be quite difficult on smaller maps as well. So we'll see exactly what Patience has planned. He didn't scout and he's opening up with a Stalker. So I don't think he's gonna scout very much whatsoever this game. At least it doesn't seem to be the case. Reaper coming out, followed up by a Marine here by innovation. So first Reaper should be able to get pushed back. Yeah, this is what I mean. This doesn't happen when you play core first, because your first unit is already out. Now, Reaper gets popped away, and actually gets a bunker. That's very odd to do against a non-core first opener. Getting a bunker is is a play that you really only do against core first stuff, because you have that faster gateway unit. Now Patience is going to try to move around the map trying to find that Reaper. Second unit is going to be a Sentry, followed up by a Twilight Council, which is over here, decently well hidden, I would say, and a third gateway unit in this Stalker. Okay, Innovation wanted to sack his Reaper to scout, but after seeing the Sentry he perhaps already knows what's coming for him. I'm not sure if he's correct in that. I've seen very many different variations of this build with the Stalker Sentry. Sometimes even something like saving up Phoenixes. I have seen before, but most commonly, of course, Blink after Stalker Sentry. So perhaps Innovation taking the gamble. So we see a Mind Drop, which is not a good build against a Phoenix save up, but it's a fantastic build against any type of Blink play. We'll see how many mines he'll decide to get before he starts the tech lab. Okay, he's going to go 3 mines. So this is the greediest variation of the mine drop, because it delays tech lab, makes any type of tank that you might want be later as well. Safer would be, for example, a 2 mine drop, or even 1 Hellion into 2 mines, so the Hellion can assist you in your scouting. No. We see double gases going down, as well as a Robo Bay and triple gate. This is very reminiscent of some of the old school plays we used to see with Blink into Robo Bay, actually, where you delay the third base until after the Robo Bay. I believe your robotics facility was supposed to be a bit faster though, Mr. Patience, but I mean, I'm not quite an expert of this though. I have not played it in a long time, and perhaps it's actually gonna be fine. Finish at 425. Robo Bay can go down now, I guess, and then I guess he gets the Nexus first. Actually, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen much of it. Okay, yeah, Forge, Robo Bay. We're gonna see this medevac fly through. His Patience not in position at all. We're gonna see a single mine walk in. It's gonna force a pull, which is annoying. It's gonna get 2 probes. Yeah, 2 probes. Good haul here for that mine. And this is the most annoying thing in the world. Holy crap, this triggers the ever-living hell out of me when Terrans just leave their medevac in that space. You can't reach it, and This is a full HP medevac. You're gonna need a decent amount of stalkers to stop that from getting into your base. And you might say, well, he has 5 stalkers here. That seems to be plenty. That's correct. But the moment his third base finishes, you're gonna need some stalkers over here. And ideally with Blink, you want to be doing something on the map, right? You want to be picking off Marines. You want to be picking off SCVs. Yeah. I mean, it's just rough, really. It sucks. 2 extra gates are on the way. We'll be going up to 5 gate. We see continued, well, not quite continued pro production, but some added pro production. Colossus will start now after the supply block. Jeez, that's one hell of a supply block. This is what I mean. Okay, well, here he actually the one pilot finished, I guess. I didn't quite realize. So, a little bit of a supply block, probably 5 to 10 seconds. It's not actually a Colossus. What the hell? Oh, okay, he cancelled the Colossus, got an observer, so that he wouldn't get the supply block. Yeah, this is really painful. His first Colossi is going to be delayed by like 30 seconds. That's extremely late, honestly. I've seen Trap do this exact build against, I want to say Hero Marine recently, where your probe count never really gets that high. You plan to rush out 2-3 Colossi, and you go on 4 gases, 7-8 gateways, and 1 charge and +1 finishers, and you hit the 3rd base while there's a low Viking count. Now, the power of that build is that basically the time frame where there is only going to be 2 to 4 Vikings and you have 2-3 Colossi. That's very powerful. And the thing that Terran needs to do to stop a push like that is he needs to be on the map. He needs to be flying around with medevacs, making sure that basically he can keep you at home with drops. So we have a drop on the bottom side, which did get spotted by this observer. This observer is missing missing this though. Oh my god, it's the DVA starter pack or whatever you call it, voice pack. That's painful to listen to. Alright, so you have these double drop move outs. He needs to be careful as there's Blink, of course, so this could actually be kind of dangerous. Yeah, 2 Marauders just going down for free is not quite what you want. Just 1 Marauder went down in the end, 2 pylons, no? 1 pylon gets sniped. Blink forward, kills a Marauder, or kills a Marine, loses, or almost loses a Stalker. So, pretty even trade. And Innovation realizing what's happening. After 7 medevacs, starts his Viking production. It's pretty late, I would assume after 6. I guess it's 6 medevacs because he kept the 1 medevac from earlier alive. You see? 3 Stalkers still tied up over here. And at some point he's gonna come in, he's gonna kill some probes. Because this area is completely undefended right now. We see 4 medevacs. Where's the scan in the natural? Now, this scan is just a trick patience, really. It's like, oh, he scans into the natural. Usually where Terrans scan is where they go in. Where's that next scan? Where did that go? Okay, just to clear up an observer. I love this unit positioning. So, this is what I was talking about. This is why you keep your units on the map in kind of hidden locations. Very difficult for TUS to move out, even though definitely the plan of Patience was to try and do some damage here, I think. And now we see a second Robo, Dark Shrine on the way. We see an Armory coming out of Innovation. Double eBay is done already. There's no second fort. Oh, there is a second fort, man. Patience is this is a pretty cool build order, honestly. I like this. I do like this a lot. Observer coming out as well. 4 observers, gonna have absolutely fantastic vision of everything that's happening. Not quite on that left side though. Salad will figure out what's kicking off there. We have a bunch of units into the main base. But instead we're gonna see an attack on this fort base. Gonna have to be cancelled. Pylon goes down. Battery overcharge is not going to be enough. This is a nasty location because at any point Innovation can pick up, fly to the main, and if you don't have units in position that could be scary. Okay, good blink back. Here comes a decent patient blink forward. Gets a Marauder. Gets a second Marauder. Okay, this is a pretty okay-ish fight. Observer is going to be spotting this little move out. Force fields are going to be catching a lot of units there. Ooh, almost lose the medevac as well. So far, units lost in favor of Patience. That's good. When you play a Colossus build and your units lost is in favor of you, that's very, very nice because Colossus is such a stable composition. As long as there's no cracks showing in your armor, usually you're going to be in a good spot. Now, this is a run-by setup, or perhaps just to clear this watchtower. Ooh, what an army split here by Big Disruptor hit as well. Good army split, look at this. Yes, part of his army over here. Now he needs to start rotating this army towards another side. And he definitely does need to get this. I'm a big fan of that. Ooh, DT, not only used for spotting, but also going to be able to do some damage. There's no turrets yet. No turret in the third, no turret in the natural, only a single. Nah, there's 2 DT. Oh my god, what is this turret? I love it. This is where all the units are rallied to, I guess. He has this full wall, so basically he's defending 3 bases with a single turret. And because you always rally units to the turret, this is absolutely beautiful. Very good defense by Innovation. So saving a little bit of money there on the defense and showing us how it's done. One turret being put forward. 5 base here for Patience, who will most likely be staying on 6 gas for now. When you play heavy disruptor styles, the gas count usually isn't really much of an issue. Only when you want to start adding on more and more DTs for that blink DT style, does it become more of an issue. And then perhaps you might want to be going up to 7 or 8 gases. Good vision still. We have 3 observers. First disruptor shot wasn't very much. Viking snipe. And this game is very tight, and I think Innovation is feeling the same way, that this is indeed a very, very tight game. In which he's walking a very, very thin line. There's no Liberators on the way yet. Instead, he decided to go for a bunch of Ghosts. Some Viking type. I mean, it's not that many, it's just 5 Vikings, so... Like, any micro mistake could pretty much be the end here for Innovation. There's a lot of gateways as well, isn't there? There's 11 gateways. There's a good mineral income, 3.5k a minute. Now, Page is going to be actually a little bit out of position here. Good zoning with these disruptors. And also scouting. Don't forget, you do get some vision with a Purification Nova. There's only 5 Vikings. He needs more Vikings. He needs 8 at least, I think, in order to be able to get a decent fight. Salad run by. I appreciate the effort, but it's not really going to be enough. We have some turrets being set up. We have a turret over here. So good defense so far by Innovation, who's poking forward, but I don't feel like he has an army that can be poking forward. I feel like his army is so small. It's not actually that strong, is it? It just targets down the Vikings. I mean, now the Colossi will have free reign. There's infinite disruptor shots. I don't understand what Innovation is doing here. If this was already on the map and was already in position, I'd understand this. This is like a distraction army, but it's just now walking in position to walk straight to tower vision. Stalkers are gonna rotate towards that bottom side. 6 spaces up already, wow. Ursadon is like, well, there goes my living space. Nice one, Protoss. Technology doesn't stop for anyone, Ursadon. We have a big DT war by, or run by. 10 DTs with blink. Are they gonna blink in? They're gonna save it for blinking back. What's the... No, they just blink in and they get this planetary. That's big. 6 space does go down for Patience, but oh, good fight. Big disruptor hits as well, hitting at the same time. Disruptors do end up falling now. Oh, that was some last second snipes. We still have a super battery, so these Colossi are going to be still standing better than they ever did. Looking like a real survivor. But without their friends, sometimes they feel like a little kid. 5 disruptors still out. What do we have? I mean, this is just such a winning situation at this point for Patience, right? He has insane map vision. Still 3 observers only, but the precisions he has with these observers, he basically sees everything. As long as he has one watchtower, he's going to be very aware of what's happening. We have another Zealot run by, as he knows that this is going to be a command center in position. Stalkers moving forward, trying to get at least something done here. 85 workers does mean that his army supply isn't going to be that high. Both players do end up maxing out. I don't understand why Innovation was so aggressive with an army that was so obviously inferior. There was no Liberators there. His run by times were a bit up. Now this is a good Zealot run by that does get thwarted by Innovation. There's 4 Colossi out. What's the Viking count? 2. It's half a Viking per Colossi. Usually you want 2 to 3 Vikings per Colossi, so he's down by a fair amount. The thing is, with the disruptors, he can just keep kiting back and back and back. Absolutely loving it. 11 Stalker warping here for Patience. Once again, retaking his 6th base, this time with cannons, batteries. He's up 2 bases. And well, actually more, there's only 3 bases. He's gonna take a 7th as well. And this is really the power of that gasless style, you see? He's getting so many minerals, he gets such a big bank, and he can just kind of throw away Zealots and Stalkers. He's actually ahead in units lost. I didn't expect that. I thought he would be behind, but I mean, even if you're just slightly behind, usually it's kind of fine there because you're just getting so much income. It's such a big bank. Now there is 4 Stalkers here. Terrible Disruptor Shots doing absolutely nothing, but a single Viking against 4 Colossi is not going to be enough in my opinion. Innovation gets completely destroyed. Innovation take the tower, sees, oh, you actually have nothing? That's cool. Blinks forward, snipes 1 or 2 more medevacs, and I mean, there's a run by here by Innovation. There's a couple of cannons, maybe a run by warping of a couple of DTs. Super battery is being used. It's gonna definitely help out a little bit. 3 DTs finish the job. GG gets called as Patience wins this game. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Up there, I have some other social stuff and some socials down below. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you did enjoy it, and bye bye. Thumbs up.